Hi, my name is Janet and welcome back to Gardening Little by Little. If you're new here, welcome. I do videos where I usually work around in my garden and I do a lot of maintenance in my garden. And little by little, we are getting this garden into a beautiful oasis here in Florida, So 9B. This week has been amazing. It's been very cloudy and raining mostly every day, which is awesome. So I haven't been able to come out here in the garden as much because I'm just enjoying this beautiful rain in the garden. So in this video, you're gonna see me doing maintenance work where I planted my hydrangea that I had in a box. I took out this hydrangea last fall from the ground where I had a bunch of weeds and stuff, and then we just put it in a box, hoping that someday I will find a home for it. And finally I came with the idea of putting her in the ground over here where she won't get too big and crazy. So I decided to put her here next to my zinnia barrel, as you can see right here in the camera. Hopefully soon, when she gets comfortable and rooted in the ground, maybe she'll give us some blooms late this fall. So if I got this right, I think this one is the quick fire hydrangea. So she hopefully will bush out soon and look very happy and beautiful. She gets water from the irrigation here every single day, and then she gets afternoon sun. So hopefully the sun won't make her too upset, but the other hydrangeas seem to be okay. Today's project is all about taking care of the little things that make a big difference over time. The first job is planting this beautiful quick fire hydrangea. Took out of the ground last fall and then we put it in the box hoping that we'll find a home for it in the garden, but finally late summer I was able to finally figure out where I wanted to put her. So I'm excited to add another splash of color to the garden. It will give beautiful pink blooms late fall, but I don't think we're gonna get awesome blooms this year, as she is going to be able to root herself in the garden, and I can't wait to watch it grow over the coming seasons. Next, I'm cleaning up one of my existing hydrangeas by removing the old blooms. It got really scorchy hot this summer, so I think it was time to deadhead it. Not only makes the plant look neater, but it also helps the garden feel fresh and well cared for. And as you can see, there's a new bloom coming up, so that makes me very excited to cut back the old. A few months ago, I transplanted another hydrangea, but unfortunately it didn't survive. I thought it was going to survive because new foliage was coming out and it was looking nice and green. But then the summer months came and unfortunately I didn't notice that the irrigation was off for a little while. So I think that's what kind of like killed the plant because it was not all the way rooted in. So she was not very happy. That's one of the realities of gardening. Not every plant makes it. Instead of getting discouraged, I'm replacing it with a bay laurel shrub that I had sitting in this nursery can for almost 2 years, where I really didn't have a place for it to go, which I hope it will be a wonderful addition to this space. So this week has been such a great week for us here. It's been cloudy and it's been raining. We woke up to rain this morning. It was amazing. So here I want to show you the hydrangeas that we cut the dead blooms off, mostly scorching blooms off, and she looks beautiful. As you can see, she got it blooming here, and hopefully she'll give us more blooms by the end of fall. I want to show you my kumquat. If you haven't seen my tour video, you get to see my kumquats here in this video. They are growing. Pretty soon it's going to be orange little ornaments on the tree. So as you can see here, we planted my laurel my bay laurel that I had in a pot for almost 2 years, just switching around from place to place, and I just didn't have a place for it. My goal is not to plant so many things in this area because I don't know if you've seen in my videos where I had such a weedy mess. So I just want to plant shrubs that will be easy to maintain with the lawnmower and the weed whacker, where I could just come here and mow the grass and stuff. So once I get all the stuff that I want to get planted, then I'll focus more on the grass area. But right now I just want to get stuff off pots. As you can see, the new growth, the light green leaves, and then the old growth. And hopefully this will be at least as tall as the fence here. She's gonna look so pretty. But I'm very sad that my hydrangea here did not make it. But we had a few days of rainy days and then a few days of sunny days, and we forgot to turn on the irrigation, and it was not getting enough water, so I think that's why it died back. As well as my other little hydrangea here. As you can see here, she's full of weeds now, so I had to remove that one from there as well. I do have another plant that I want to replace it with as well too. So over here, my little finger lime citrus tree, as you can see, she has little buds there, so hopefully they open up. And I've noticed that this tree attracts a lot of butterflies and pollinators as well, especially with all those little blooms or the little buds that are going to flower very soon. Oh, there she is. There's the painted lady butterfly. I've seen a lot of those in my garden lately, so that's awesome. Also here, my little sunflower branching bloom here. She's doing amazing. Look at those pollinators up there. A lot of pollinators this plant is attracting. And my bougainvillea here, I don't know if you've seen the video where I planted this bougainvillea. She's doing amazing here. The other one that's in the shade mostly in the morning is not blooming, so maybe they do like really hot sun. So maybe my plan could be next time I'm out here moving things around, I could move the other bougainvillea to a sunny location where she might be probably happier. But this one's blooming. Look at those little baby purple flowers there. After planting the shrubs that I wanted to put in the ground for a while, it was time to move on to some general maintenance. I'm pulling weeds, deadheading flowers, and tidying up one side of the raised beds, where I think it was time to cut back the black-eyed Susans and weed out some grass that has been growing inside the garden beds. And then just cut back some dead blooms from the echinacea and just clean up the area very nicely. I'm very satisfied at how the garden bed came out because I was able to finally put my hands in there and just get some stuff that was not making me happy in there. These simple tasks may not seem exciting, but they completely change how the garden looks and feels. I was able to cut back the old hydrangea blooms and pull out a giant weed that I thought was a plant that I planted, but it turned out to be some kind of ironweed or something. So I removed that, and then I was able to enjoy some beautiful flowers and come back and pull out some weeds that were just taking over the bed. It was a mayhem in there. One of the things I love most about gardening is seeing how a little bit of work each week adds up over time. You don't have to do everything in one day. Just little by little, your garden becomes healthier, fuller, and more beautiful. And it gives you such a great satisfaction. On the hottest Florida days, when I'm sweaty and covered in dirt, it's always worth it to step back at the end and enjoy the transformation. That's the real reward of gardening. I hope this video inspires you to spend a little time outside caring for your own garden, no matter how big or small it is. Do you guys have these weeds in your area? Let me know. They're all over here in Florida, and look at those little seeds. Yep, this weed is everywhere. I have a field of these weeds in front of the community, so I'm pretty sure when those seed pods start up, they blow everywhere in the wind, so they land in my, obviously, garden. But yeah, these are everywhere. And then the dollar weeds, but I'm not seeing a lot of dollar weeds in my raised beds because they're being covered with the flowers that I have growing there, so that's good. But these ones too, as they grow, which they grow really fast, they're easy to pull out too. So weeds are the garden nemesis. We're gonna do this corner and then we're gonna call it a day. Diatomaceous earth, so that way it could get rid of those ants, because those are the ones that are killing most of my plants as well. So spraying some of that, see if it helps. It looks so much better now that the brown blooms are gone and cut back. Well, I fill up a whole bag today of maintenance, so that's good. What a satisfaction day to just come out here, weed, plant some of the stuff that needed to be planted in the ground so they could get bigger and stronger before the winter. And yeah, it feels so satisfying, you guys. Like, it feels so good knowing that the garden is getting nice and clean little by little. All right, I really hope you guys enjoy this video, maintenance day here in the garden. Little by little, everything's starting to look so great. Cutting the dead back and just pruning and enjoying the beautiful flowers, the pollinators, the lizards, the blooms. Everything looks so gorgeous and pretty. So this one turned out to be a weed, so we're gonna go ahead and pull it out right now. All right, so in this video also we were able to cut back the old blooms, some of the hydrangeas. They were just sticking out and they were kind of like a little eyesore for me because they were just brown hydrangeas looking really bad. So I had to cut those back, and they look so much better not having those brown hydrangea blooms. But as you can see, new blooms are coming up. Isn't that amazing? So new blooms in the hydrangeas, that is very exciting. So in this video we were able to cut back the old foliage from the black-eyed Susans and the echinaceas and just pull out a bunch of weeds here. It was just so much of a mess. As you can see here, it looks so much cleaner. These are alisums. They kind of look like weedy grass, but it's actually a flower annual here. But I was able to take out a bunch of old grass that have seeded themselves here. Look at the beautiful plumbago plant here. Isn't she pretty? My blue sea holly, hopefully I get to see her bloom this year, but if not, she's gonna roll over the winter and maybe come back next spring for me. But in this area was really bad, y'all. So in this area, as you saw in the video, it was just I had another sunflower perennial here that blooms in the fall, and it died back. It had the same issues that my pepper plant had. It had fungal issues, and it had a bunch of ants all around it like crazy. So I'm thinking that that's the cause of why it died back. So now I left it all blank. Hopefully I could come back in here and plant it with new seedlings. I have sunflowers and I have other seedlings that I could plant in here as well. Look at that lizard right there. Looks like I created a habitat for a lot of things in here as well. It's a lot of bumble, so it's kind of like tough to go in there and plant some stuff, like my oregano plant here and my chamomile plant and the hangers, basket hangers. And then look at my beautiful blooms of my crepe myrtle. Isn't that beautiful? Attracts a lot of pollinators, as you can see. But right now we're in the works of digging down a cord to properly keep it safe from tripping and mowing over. So we decided to dig it down in the ground. So that's our project for now, working on that area. Before we finish today's video, I wanted to share something I'm really excited about. I'm getting close to reaching 1,000 subscribers, and hitting that milestone will mean so much to me. To celebrate, I'll love to take on one of my biggest garden projects yet, creating a brand new garden bed right here by the water fountain, and just getting rid of all the grass that's in the middle of the water fountain and the raised beds will help me so much in not mowing the grass up the slope and down the slope and just sliding down when I'm going up and down with the lawnmower. I really want to create a garden bed with some stepping stones and rocks. I don't know. We'll come with that idea later on for my project. If you've been enjoying these videos and would like to see that transformation happen, I really appreciate your support by subscribing and sharing the channel with someone who loves gardening just as much as we do. Every subscription brings us one step closer, and I can't wait to create that project with all of you. Thank you so much for being here and for growing this garden with me little by little. I'll see you guys in the next time. Elise is watering the plants. So exciting.